Well played. That was a blast.
So does that
Oh,
mean I'm in danger?
I think Lucifer left me a message right here.
That Kativa's still freaking running. What a chicken shit. Those guys are okay.
That is awesome.
Is it? You'll have to show me after.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my goodness. Your mom better not watch this.
my mother.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't think they're watching.
We get Bronny to give us a ride. Yeah. Yeah. No one has ever died in Bronny when Bronny's driving. Bronny, go take a look on my stream. Look at your beautiful back of your head. There's like an eyeball looking at me. Bronny's got eyes in the back of her head.
That Kativa's still freaking running. What a chicken shit. Those guys are okay.
That is awesome.
Is it? You'll have to show me after.
Hello. How is everybody tonight? It's me, Kenny the Viking, streamer from Northern Ontario, and I do books, I stream, I've even done a television series, so lots of different things to do. Yo, how's it going, Ham and Liz Gaming? How are you today? I'm going to do some Talespire tonight. I feel inspired. Inspired by Asto the Great. You guys are doing golden? I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, I'm going to create a new campaign. And I'm going to call this... I've got to think. Call it mock-ups. Because I think I'm going to be using this to build a bunch of like different kinds of boards. You are doing golden. I'm glad to hear that. I am indeed glad to hear that. So I'm new to this, so I definitely haven't figured the whole thing out yet. But that said, I'm not new to building stuff. I've done maps and stuff like that in Unreal Engine, so I have somewhat of an idea of what I'm doing. I just need to learn how to do it for this, I think. Anything new and exciting, Hammer? Or Liz? I'm not sure to whom I'm speaking. Could be speaking to both, for all I know. How is life treating you? So I think the very first thing that I want to do is I want to start by making like just a basic. I want to say like a basic like grass field, because I want to start with making like a battlefield, kind of like a la Mountain Blade. So let's see. Just trying to remind myself of all the different. We got the taverns, we got the ship, the sewers. Is it rule? No. Nature. What's this 8x8 block? Oh, wow. I think this looks pretty Battlefield-esque. Or, the other option, we'll get out of there, is we can grab this. Here, let me make oh. If I grab this, I can make this kind of block. Which is okay. I'm not sure what's better. I think the big block actually works. We'll start with the big block and then we'll work our way up from there. How's that? So we have a jungle, we have grassland, we have swamps, And we have snow. And it looks like some desert blocks as well. Oops. I'll just X out of it. Okay. Oops. I think if you want to hide this, there you go. It kind of, by stacking the blocks, it gets rid of the lines. And this doesn't look like super big for a map, but it's fairly, this is fairly decent. I'll show you in a minute. So if we were to just like make this our basic battlefield, and I'm gonna add more stuff to this. This is definitely super boring. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing some construction for sure. Just a very simple 8x8 plate. Yeah, just get started. Exactly. A simple 8x8 plate just to get started. I'm just going to drop some guys. I want to see what it looks like once we have people on here. And just basing on how it looks, we might have to do another one to the side, but I'm not convinced. Okay. Let's grab some half orcs. There you go. Let's say we have like a battle formation like this. And just so we're all on the same page. Yeah, see, it's not that big. It's not that big at all, but I think we go into the turn-based mode. See, I'm still learning how to use all this stuff. Enable torch status emotes. Morphs. These are the pieces I'm not understanding yet. I guess if we're moving things around, it's not too bad. Here, let's go back to build mode. We'll get rid of these guys. No. Control Z. How do I grab these guys and get rid of them? Oh yeah, I remember now. I have to kill them. I haven't figured out a way to kill them all in one clean shot yet. This weekend, we are planning on doing our first campaign with GURPS. It's just going to be a quick one-shot. We're going to be using this. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get in here and play around with it a little bit to kind of get a better feel for it. Yeah, see? Okay, I think what happened here... I've seen that if you close the seams, it's not as clear, and I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure what I don't want to see. Yeah, see, it gets rid of all the seams. You still see them, but they're not as pronounced as they were, which is fine. So I think yeah, this is kind of like a D&D map building. For sure, 100%. There's certain things that you can do. Asto did a map for us last weekend on Sunday morning, and you should see it, Hammer. It's fantastic. Him and Forgets are definitely very skilled when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm more or less just wanting to learn how the whole thing works. I'm just going to make the map a little bigger. Asto had told me he was going to take some time to show me the ropes, but we haven't been able to get together on that yet. Okay, so there we go. This is a fairly decent battlefield to get started with. And I think what I want to do, before I worry too much about what's going on in a battlefield, is I'm going to want to put in, let's see. We'll kind of make this like, this would be the section where the players would start. So now let's figure out how to do some hills here, because I don't know if there's actually a way to rotate these things. It doesn't look like it. So we got some swampy pieces. No, I don't like that. Okay, let's see what we have for pieces. I may just go with a mountain piece, to be honest with you. These are like towers and stuff. Harbor, dungeon cellar. I want to look in the harbor and see what we got in here. Oh, okay, I see. Got a castle, an aberration, castle ruins. Okay, this is promising. What is this? This looks like something that we can actually make use of. Alright, so I can only turn it this way. Oh, I think I remember now. Oh, I'm kind of remembering. Okay, it's this piece that I need to grab. Bear with me, guys. So, because I'm building, am I trying to build a medieval style house? No, this is just me playing around to try and make like a medieval battlefield. So by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have blood and guts and body parts and everything on the field, and a kind of a camp zone for both sides. So that way, if we decided to have a big fight on a battlefield somewhere at some point in our tabletop game, we have the map set up already to kind of play around with. Not sure if this is the map that we would end up ultimately doing because I'm still learning what I'm doing. Well, I'm just trying to get started here. What I want to kind of do is build up like a hill on either side. And what I've been told is the best way to do that is to find pieces that look like what you want and then use that to build up from there. We're going to come back here for the body parts, it looks like. There's going to be lots of pieces that we'll be able to add later. Probably some ladders and stuff too. We'll probably put some barricades and stuff like that to make it more interesting. Miscellaneous exterior. Oh, what's this? What does this pull out? That could work. What's this? Oh, look at that. And then how much rotation do I have on this? Quite a bit, eh? Okay, I think this is what we're going to do. Oh, okay. Oops. I gotta get used to the keys. See if I drop it down a little bit more. No, that's not gonna work. So it kind of like creates like a bit of a natural wall, I think. This is just the start of it too, because I am gonna build it up a little bit more, but I want to be careful that I don't build it up so much. I wonder if I go more like this, maybe. Yeah, see? And then I can grab this piece up here. I can kind of just drop it in. We'll just change it a little bit like that. And then that kind of creates the illusion of it being like a mountain kind of range on the side. And then we'll go back to this piece. I like this piece. Just raise it up. But this, I think I'm gonna, just to kind of add some variance, This is gonna be boring if it's just straight down the way. Then I think I'm just gonna continue it down here again. This is so much like doing it on Unreal. I don't know if, who has experience with Unreal, but it is very much like this, using the assets and stuff like that to create. At least that's where you want to be. You don't want to be making the assets because that's really time consuming. It's much easier if you have assets already that you could play around with. And again, I don't know if this is something that we'll actually ever use. This is more about me just trying to wrap my head around building. There you go. And let's see. What's this? Oh, that's some rubble. Okay. That's more rubble. Now, what I want to do here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to lower it down. Because what I would like to do, there we go. Sorry, it's taking a while to get used to the keystrokes here. Let's see. This block is like super blocky. Alright, so this is kind of like the end of our natural border here. Ah, see, that doesn't look right. It's too abrupt. What's this? Oh, that's interesting. I bet you like, yeah, you can use that for like a road or something too, right? I wonder if I kind of drop this in like this. It just will add like a little bit more. Just a little bit more of a different kind of element to what's already there. Okay, so that's gonna work for that. But for this back part here, oh, let's see. It's gonna blend it a little bit better. Whoa, what happened there? All right. That's what we'll do on this side, and then on the other side, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a natural barrier of trees, and then we'll kind of like have a line of trees, and then we'll build a forest out of it. All right, so oh, we have all these blocks here. Damn it! I should have paid closer attention to that. What can we get out of that? Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice block. Okay, so what I'm kind of thinking now, I didn't realize that they had these nice blocks. Look at all these. Whoops. Okay, that didn't make any sense at all. Let's see. Sorry, I'm like getting lost in thought here, just like zoning out and building stuff. Apologize for that. There's an ad break that's going to be starting in about a minute, but that's cool. We can live with an ad break. So we'll be right back, guys. That's kind of cool. I wish I would have seen this, but there's a lot of elements here that we can add to our battlefield after. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to work on building up the trees over here. So let's see. What kind of trees do we want? Those are pretty big trees. Let's go with this. This is believable. So we just kind of want to build it out so that way a player character can't get in through here right now. And then after I'm done, I'm going to come back through and I'm going to clean it up. What would be kind of cool too would be to have like a hill in the middle. I kind of feel like if you're coming in on this side of the map, might actually make sense just to block the whole dang thing off. Whoa!
The ads are on, you fucking muppet.
Thanks, Ramsey. I appreciate that. Alright, so we're gonna have some sparse trees here. Them a little tighter here. This is going to be our kind of play zone right here in the middle. Some trees for the players to kind of play around in. I don't want to put too many trees. And then that leaves that whole area there. And now each one of those squares represents like a 5x5 tile or like one space that you would use in tabletop. So there's lots of room here. So I'm just kind of curious. I'm not sure how you would do a hill, but I do have an idea. Maybe it's like that. In order to do that, though, I'd have to make my hill a little bigger. That gives it like a little bit of a hill feel. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not liking it. We'll leave it flat for now. And none of the other tiles match this set, this big set, so we'll leave it for now. Welcome back from ad break, everybody. I hope your ads were excellent. One thing that might make sense, though, would be to try and throw together like a little bit of a trail. Oh, you know what we should do? We should add some logs to this. Because there's just to kind of give it that feel like there's been an army here. And we'll put one more right here. I like that idea. I'm just looking for a tile that would work to kind of create like a little bit of a beaten path. You know what might work actually? We were just looking at them earlier. Where was that? Let's check this first. Let me zoom in a little. No, that's too well, maybe not actually. Let's give it another gander. What the heck? Okay, let's see. Okay. It's too sparse. What was it we were looking at earlier? Wasn't camping? Was it miscellaneous exterior? Ah, there we go. Where's my mouse? There we go. No, that's not a good fit. That's not either. That's just a little too big. Oh, it was this. Even that I don't like. Oh, that's a melted snowman. That's hilarious. What's up with this? That might work like a wood road, but I don't think so. Okay, let's go back to nature. Let's take a look at what we have. We have some plants, shrooms, animal stuff. We've got ocean, snow, we have roots, we have a cavern. No, that's too thought I might be able to make something work with that. No. We have ice and we have lava. I'm not seeing anything in here that gets me excited. Maybe on the ship side. Is like if they have a nice tile for like planking. Nope, I'm not seeing that either. That's kind of interesting, eh? Like leaves for someone to lay on. That could like be like a cool like bridge or something like that. If this was like the swamps, the top of that that piece there might work. Not seeing it. Okay, well let's go down to the we'll kind of switch it up and go to something else. Let's take a look at the pieces that we have in here. So for a battlefield, we're gonna want some bodies. So maybe this guy looks like he's been here for a while. Kind of feel like he'd be over there. Feel like that's too big. You know what might be funny actually? Oops. Would be to have this guy kind of hang on this tree like that. Oh, it's too high. Okay, okay. We'll try that again. We got to put him down a little. There we go. Have some scattered bodies about. Oops. So there definitely was a battle that had happened here at some point. Now what I'm kind of interesting to... Oh, we need some debris, I think. That all looks like... That looks like webbing. No, I'm not sure about that. We're definitely going to have to put some weapons and stuff out on the ground. I thought that there was blood somewhere. Asto had blood on his, but I don't see any. Oops. Maybe we'll put like here lies the the body of my friend who didn't make it. We'll do one of those. You would think that it would be in Grim, the blood. Oh, splats. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oops. There we go. Now we're making it look like it's something. And this girl here is gonna have some blood for sure, so we'll... Holy crap. That's a pretty big blood splat. I think if we do this one right, we can make it look like she was kind of... She slid into her position. You know what I mean? And then we'll do one more like... kind of turn it a little, maybe like this. Oops. You don't have a battlefield without tons of blood. So we'll just throw some blood here and there. We'll grab this guy. Oops. We don't want to make it too much blood, but we definitely want to have some blood. Okay, and let's see, what kind of weapons would we likely have? Definitely some axes. So this girl looks like she had an axe. So we'll drop an axe right there. This one had this kind of axe. I kind of feel like for this one, she probably fought with 2 axes. Oops. So we would likely have... Ooh, that axe looks like it's a little bit too high. I think an axe like this. An axe like this. And now that I'm seeing it like this, I kind of feel like this blood splat needs to be... Ooh, like that. Yeah, there we go. Now that I see that she's gone missing a foot, so we'll have to do that piece for sure. So we've got some debris down here now. Oh, cool. So I suppose I could kind of like fit an axe into here. Just for fun. Why not, right? Okay, let's see. What else would we have? We would have some axes. There'd definitely be like some quivers laying around. So maybe this guy was an archer. But I think this guy would have landed on his bow. Just to kind of put some more detail in this, right? Because it is supposed to be an open field. And don't forget, we got to do the plants too to kind of make it nice. But I wanted to work on the gore aspect of this. This is a common battlefield. I don't see arrows by themselves. Oh, cool. No, we don't need... I think definitely like a sword stuck in the ground here and there would come into handy. What's this? Oh, that's a crossbow. Where, oh where? Okay. I don't want to make it too busy. Well, let's go back to nature. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. That would work. You know what we could do? Let's do this. Let's make a burial pile with this. Alright, so we'll make like the... We'll outline it first. Two, three, four. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. So this is kind of be like where all the bodies are stored, I guess, for lack of a better term. I am going to clean this up a little in a minute here. All right. Oh. Hit the wrong button. Let's do it like this. Ah, there we go. I'm liking the way that looks.
You can do
Yo,
it!
Lucifer,
You
what's
can
up,
do
man?
it! You can do it!
Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going?
You can do it! You can do it! You can do it!
I can do it. I can do it. How are you doing? Anything new and exciting going on in your world? I'm kind of like, I don't like how often you see those white rocks. So I'm just gonna do what I can to stop showing them so often. Ooh. There we go. That might have been the wrong one. The wrong... Woohoo! Is that what you're talking about? The wrong shout out hammer or something else? I'm not sure I follow. The wrong Lucifer. I think that's the right one. Or am I missing something? Oh, yeah, there's no... Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I see what you're saying now. Took me a minute to see it. But I totally get what you're saying. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do to prevent it. But now this burial mound is something that I can have a lot of fun with. So I think this piece is pretty much done. This is the piece, this is the side that we really need to flesh out. It right now it's looking like a pile of poop. Totally unintentional. It looks like Taco Tuesday. I apologize to anybody who's offended by tacos. Yo, Arstar, how's it going? How's it going, man? Welcome on in. Have you played around with Talespire yet for tabletop role-playing? Which is totally why I'm playing around with it. I have a project that we're working on that we wanna bring. You've never even heard of it? Oh, okay. Well, it's new. It's in beta. Well, I shouldn't say it's new, but it is in beta. Like most cool things, but it's a way for really what it is it's a way for us to be able to provide like some visual representation to our tabletop games. Are you familiar with tabletop? It's okay to see it a little bit, but not as much as we have been. You used to be a DM for D&D while back in a player, so yeah, a little. Awesome. Well, I'm working on a GURPS project. I don't know if you've ever heard of GURPS or not. Not quite like D&D. That looks like a pretty decent burial pile. If I do say so myself, and I think what we'll do is we'll throw some shovels down there. Thank you for giving a shout out to R-Star. GURPS, you had jokes for those back then. Well, the name is actually was a joke at the beginning. Apparently, when they first started working on the GURPS project, they didn't have a better name for it, so they called it GURPS. It's the Generic Universal Role-Playing System, is what it stands for. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to... That's too... It's too... What's the word? Oh, yeah. Yes, that's going to look awesome. We'll do that. You also played the Poor Kids D&D. Well, I don't know about that. About it being the Poor Kids D&D. but kind of, yeah. I've done both. I've done D&D. I've done the most recent tabletop that I did actually was with War, Avery and Nick, and actually Hammer too. We were playing in a world of our own creation. I don't want to overdo it. No, I think it's the skulls that are. But what might actually work? All right. And then I want to add a little bit of nature to this. I want to put some plants on the top of this piece just to make it look like it started to overgrow. Woohoo! Hey Asto, how's it going? I was actually talking about you. I'm making like a battle map, but I've been having some issues finding stuff, and I didn't really have much of a layout in mind, so I just threw a bunch of stuff out. I figured like a nice plane might work. So what I was kind of thinking is that you have like an entry point on this side, and then you have an entry point on this side, and you have some trees so you can have some room for some archers. But then here you have your main battlefield, and I admittedly have to add a lot more stuff to it. You know those ground tiles are placeholders. No, I did not know that. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you popped in here. So this tile here is a placeholder for these. Is that kind of what you're telling me? That I should have been using something a little bit different? As you move it, the texture is kind of see-through. Well, I noticed that the texture doesn't move, if that's what you mean. So we can't use these tiles for they're for blocking out. Oh. So are you saying I need to redo this thing? It shouldn't be super hard. Is there a way to grab all the tiles that are the same type? You can go over them with another layer if you like. Okay, well, I can definitely do that. That actually would solve a problem because I wanted to put a path through here. I just want to get it. There we go. So you're saying more something like this then? And then I would have to do it again on let's see. It kind of works to Oh, but it's making a weird parsing. I don't like that piece. Even with that, it's kind of making a weird mark. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it like this because I like it better. It looks dead. You can use them. You can go over them with another layer if you like. By all means, keep the texture. Arsar says, I can't tell you how many trees died when you used to draw maps by hand for your campaigns. 100%. I believe it. I did a lot of maps too, Arstar, when I used to do. I played 2nd edition D&D, 3rd edition 3.5. I've played Traveler 2000. Play GURPS, of course. What I like about GURPS is you can play whatever you want, which is really cool, to be honest with you. Yeah, I played a lot of different games. Excuse me. You drew 2 full planets, 2 metaplanes, and 8 continents for a nightmare dimension. That sounds like a nightmare. That must have taken you days or weeks even. Yeah, this is just a battlefield. But I'm not sure if I like it yet. What I was working on now, so I kind of have like, this is kind of like a little area where the dead have been buried from previous battles. The campaign lasted a couple of years, so you have to get invented. Well, that's awesome. That's what's cool about long campaigns too. And then the characters, people get really vested in their characters, and that's when you get really cool stories that pop out of it. So I'm glad you're here, Astro, because I have a question for you. Can the player climb this now? Maybe there should be a tatter camp on the side. I was kind of thinking about making like a little bit of like some elements of a tatter camp on either side. That's what I was thinking. Kind of like to give you the idea that they camped on either side of this. But definitely I was thinking about putting something up here or maybe down in this little area here, and then kind of leave this area here for combat. You wish you still had all the materials you have from back then. Sadly, things happen. I got rid of all of my old role-playing books because I thought that I was done role-playing, and now I'm getting back into it. Mistake. There's so many books that I had. I had a really cool Celtic book from GURPS. I had GURPS Magic. I had GURPS Space. I had GURPS Planets. I must have had about like 20 books. It was nuts. What I didn't have was GURPS Supers, which is something I always wanted to kind of get. Okay, getting back to this. Let's go back here to these plants. I want something that's kind of straggly. Something that looks like it fits in here. I don't like the color of that. That kind of... I might add a couple of these. Just because... they had like a weird little look. If you had kept all your stuff, they'd be worth $37,000 today. Holy crap, on a stick. That was a lot of stuff. I still have all my old dice. That I was able to keep over the years. Is there a way to change the textures of these? Oh, there's everything here down at the bottom. I can move it on a plane. I could snap it to the surface. Oh, that comes in handy. All you have to do is actually read the bottom.
You're in the shit now, mustache!
I'm only yelling to impress the other guys and never let anything happen to you, Sugar Bear.
Oh, what's up, Grizz? Welcome in, welcome in. You still have your carved quartz dice. That's cool. I used to have dice that I loved, and I had dice that I hated, and I rarely used the dice that I hated for obvious reasons. Or I shouldn't say I hated the dice. It was more like the dice hated me. We've all had a set like that. You've been lurking on here for about half an hour. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm not sure if I like this yet. We definitely need some pine cones, though. The only place that the pine cones have fallen. I think that's gonna sell. The pine forest a lot more. I have a big pine tree in the backyard, and it has literally polluted. Pine cones all over the place. So these, even though it looks like it's a lot of pine cones, it's not. How are you feeling tonight, Grizzly? Are you feeling better? I'm going to ask you that quite often, I think, until you tell me that you're all patched up. In which case, we'll raise a toast to you, my friend. You used to use the quartz dice when major events would happen. It was a good way to tell your players that they were about to get smashed. 100%. Now, is there anything that you have to consider when rolling quartz dice? Because I kind of feel like those would crack. And follow-up question, were there spells casted on those quartz dice? Because I feel like a quartz dice is like something that somebody would have tried to enchant. My wife's into, well, not my wife, but my wife's aunt is really into stones and stuff like that, and quartz is one of the stones she likes. That's why I'm asking. I kind of feel like it fits the thing. I like this. I like the detail that this is kind of adding. What's kind of weird about it, though, is I kind of feel like the scales are off. Like, that tree looks like it belonged to, like, a mega pine tree. Whoops. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Oh, this is the The last of the spots. Okay, so adding those pine cones actually adds like a pretty good element to it. What I kind of wish you had the ability to do though is rotate on different axes, not just on the one. Depending what 3D program you use, the up down axis is either the Z axis or the Y axis, depending what software you're using. And it feels like you're only able to rotate on that one axis. You can't rotate on the X or the Y, which kind of bugs me, but that's okay. And I think just for a little bit of flavor, I'm just gonna add just a couple of pine cones in this pile. I kind of feel like they would get in there when these guys were going. Now, I think I had seen somewhere earlier. You know what, though? We should add some, like, ramparts and stuff like that and some debris. We'll do that in a minute. But I thought I had seen some gravestones. Are there no wooden gravestones? Or is anything that we can make a cross out of? What if we took the... Oh my god. We're gonna need to impale someone on this. That's a thing, it's happening. In honor of Vlad the Impaler, we're doing it. Where's the Grim? I think there's only one body that would work. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, let's see. What can we do for splats? Now, this is where I was saying it would be really nice to be able to to be able to put stuff, because this piece here would look so sick if there was a way to do a rotate on the one axis, so you can like have it kind of leaking down the pole, but I don't think that's possible. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna set it right here. Come on. Let's see. It would be nice to be able to do a slope. Oh, I kind of feel like we need another stringer. We need a couple more stringers. And let's see. How's that look? Maybe if we grab this. Ah, see. Ah, no. I feel like it's a little too high. I don't know what I did. Why does it keep disappearing? Oh, I think I know why. Okay, let's try that again. We'll do it down to here. Yeah, there we go. That needed to happen. There needed to be a guy on a pike. It had to happen. I can already tell the players showing up, and there's the NPC that they've been working on befriending or trying to work with up on a pike, and then they lose it as an army of orcs come out from the other side. It'd be so sick. All right, let's see. Astro has suggested that we add like a little bit of a tattered camp. But before I do that, this still looks like a pile of poop to me. So I need to add something more to it. Let's see. What was I looking at earlier? No, that's not going to work. Oh, I remember now. I remember what I was looking at. See me. Oops. Dang it. See. See, I'm not sure about that. That looks like those are too long to me. It's too much. What is there like a moss tile maybe? Let's take a look. Where did I find that that tile in the first place? I think it just needs like a splash of green. No, that's definitely not the piece we need. That looks cool, but no. Let's try this. No, that's not what I'm looking for either. I don't know the tiles well enough to be able to think of what I'm... No, that's not it. I want like a greenish yellow. Check nature and look for sticks. Is there a way to search like per oh yeah, right here, right? Sticks? Toxic waste. I'm not seeing sticks in here though, Asto. Like this? These sticks? Look for a stick or a branch. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I was looking for that, but if I were to take something like this and shrink it down, that would be perfect. But I don't think there's a way to shrink the prop down. Not by what I'm reading here. So you use some, okay. What's this? Oh, that's a pickaxe. Okay. Nope. Are you talking about these guys? These guys right here, Asto? That's all I was able to find for the sticks in nature. Oh, these guys here. Okay, I think I see what you're talking about. Okay, let's see. No, that doesn't do the trick. But you know what, though? I think if we go back, we need a post. What if I do that? And then I'll do another one here. That's too big. Like that? Yeah, it kind of looks like a cross. Like maybe if I do it like that. There's some singles after the ice bits. All I see after the ice bits are lava. Lava and yeah, see, I don't like the look of that either. Oh, I did find them. Okay, well, we'll put them back then. I think that does the trick there. I think it's because it looks too wet. That's what my issue is with it. No. A mushroom farm just in the middle of nowhere? No, I think that's a little bit too much. No. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for in here. Holy crap on a stick. Yo, how's it going?
The ads are on you, fucking muppet.
Well, excuse me. Excuse me, Ramsey. Thanks for the heads up, my friend. Appreciate that. The heck is that supposed to be? No, that doesn't even work. I'll keep looking. I'm sure something will pop up. Let's work on our tattered camp. I think this would probably be like the location for it. I like the idea of a couple of like basic homesteads like this. And then we would likely have a nice camp for like an officer here. Is this the remnants of a fire? No, that looks like a fire that's going. That's interesting. Okay. That's a huge ass campfire. What the heck? I don't know if I want a lit fire though. I guess I don't have much choice. I got to work with what we got, eh? I like the idea of leaving a few more. I'm not sure if those are the supplies I want though. Let's see. Do we have something that looks a little maybe like that? Welcome back from ad break, by the way, folks. For those who are gone, welcome back. We missed you. That barrel looks so big. There'll likely be some junk laying around. Let's see, what else do we have? Do we have a burnt out campfire in here? What's this? No, that's not gonna. Whenever I see something that's kind of interesting, we'll take a look at it and see. I think this is all my debris. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, you know what? We're going to put a campfire in here, right here. Then I'm gonna go back down here to miscellaneous exterior. We're definitely not training. Palisade, maybe? Likely there would be some basic palisades here just to kind of protect the camp. But nothing too formal. Maybe some plans to create some new ones or something. They just haven't gotten around to it yet. This could make like a good way to kind of like get into like having a palisade across here. And so like you're coming into combat, but I think that wouldn't work for this. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? Miscellaneous interior. Traps and treasure. Wow. Well, now, there needs to be treasure, doesn't there? That might be a fun thing for the players to try and figure out what that is. Maybe some treasure was buried with the king. The king or whomever the hero was that died on this battlefield. And the chest was buried and just a little bit of it's peeking through. That would make for an interesting story. Alright, so we put weapons. Oh, what's this? Rope? Okay. You have your containers. Now, I've been looking only in the medieval fantasy. What do they have in the cyberpunk that perhaps we can use? Oh, they have vehicles. We don't need that. Tech. Signage. This must be like road pieces. Pipes. Office. Military. Well, that makes sense. Merchant. Medical. This would be our litter. Lights, kitchen. Some of this stuff, though, could be in the medieval time. I'm looking at some of this food. What I'm not seeing is a toilet. An industrial, okay, that's kind of cool. Our decor is interesting, yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like all the debris. It's all sorts of different kinds of stuff. Yeah, that works. And then we have some modern chests. So there's not like really a whole lot in here that we can use. Yeah, I'm not too sure what else we can add other than taking this debris and turn this into more of a mountain maybe. Which is kind of like what I wanted to do, so maybe that's what I should do next. I think that was in nature, right? No, that looks like an ice mountain. Excuse me. I'm just deciding if it's even worth doing. It might not be, actually, to be honest with you. I'm just deciding, and I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's see, what time is it? It's 8:30 already? Holy cow. We kind of like, it feels a little too empty, but at some point it's going to be a battlefield full of people, so you don't want it too busy. But I'm just trying to think, if we were to be running forward in combat, you would likely want to have, you'd likely want to have something to be able to defend against. So maybe the palisade idea was a good one. Just like something to provide like a little bit of cover. No, I think that's, I don't like the look of that. You got like a little camp going on here. I need something here. And something needs to be going on this side. And then the combat happens here. Excuse me. Like, I suppose the easy thing to do would be to tree up a little bit more here. And maybe make this into some sort of path. Gonna have to put some thought towards that. I wasn't really making this with anything in mind, so that's kind of what makes it hard. The other thing we can do too, no. Is it is totally possible to make the trees a little bigger, but That seems to be hard. Just to get it right. I think we'll forgo that. That's supposed to snap it to the surface. What's going on? You know what might actually make some more sense? Oops. There we go. Now we're playing with power. Let's take a look at that. Where's my pine cones? Yeah, you know what? I like that. That works. It has like an enclosed battlefield feel to it. So, let's go over here into the boards. How do I name this? Oh, up here maybe? There we go. So now we have Battlefield 1. And then the other thing I wanted to do, because we have half an hour, I kind of want to make like a little campsite for kind of like a starting board. So let's do that real quick. We'll create a new board. Because the way it works is you pull players from board to board, right? So let's pull this up real quick. For this one, we'll use the different stuff. So just give me a second here. See, let's go here. Wait a minute. There we go. And then we'll just go up to camp. We'll go up here to camp real quick. No, I like this temp better. It's kind of like a little starting area for the players. Okay, have some packs along the side here. It doesn't have to be a fancy area, just kind of somewhere for the players to kind of hang out while we're waiting to do the board. So kind of like the idea of this. And then the other piece that I need, I think this saves as you go. Undo, toggle grid. Oh, that comes in handy. Water build display. Huh. Cool. Okay. Well, guys, I think that's it for tonight. It's getting close to 9. I kind of like the idea of this. It makes like a nice place to kind of just plop everybody. And then while you're getting your board ready or something, it's cool that way. So I'm going to get ready to log out then. Maybe what we'll do is we'll raid somebody. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna throw a raid out to somebody. Let's see if there's anybody actually in Talespire, because that would be a fun place to raid, seeing as this is a way that we're gonna go. And just to give everyone a reminder, this is eventually maybe not these maps specifically, because Ask Asto and I Forgets are fantastic map builders, much better than I am. I just wanted to play around with it tonight. They're fantastic map builders. You should see the map that they set up for our campaign. If you want to check it out, go to Asto's page on Twitch, and he has a VOD on it, I believe, from Sunday, where he put together this beautiful goblin or orc encampment. Definitely someone to check out for sure. Let me take a look though here. Who do we have at the moment who is currently streaming in Talespire? Besides myself. Okay, we have somebody doing let me pop in here real quick just to see. Yeah, 100%. We're going to raid this person. They're playing a game right now, and this is going to give us a good idea of what to expect from the stuff once we actually get started to start role-playing on server in Talespire. It's going to be coming soon. So we are going to throw out a raid. They have a long name. Holy cow. So the Myrmidian Legion Plays is the name of the streamers. We'll get ready to raid out to them. And thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. I definitely appreciate you. And let's get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, right out.